Hey guys, Kristy Arnett here, and for this edition of Strip Poker, we're going to talk to 3 of the 2008 NBC National Heads Up Poker Championship contestants. First up is TJ Cloutier, who has cashed in all 3 events. He's on the line to talk to us about his 4th chance at a title. Now TJ, you're an NBC Heads Up veteran and one of only 5 to have cashed in all 3 years of the event's existence. What do you attribute that success to?
Oh, I like to play heads up. That's one of my specialties. So I guess I know most of the players, and if I don't know them, I'll know them pretty fast when I sit down with them. So that's kind of my little edge.
Well, you've beaten world-class players like Daniel Negreanu, Tuan Lee, John Hennigan. Do you think that you were able to beat them, like you said, because you had played them so many times before?
Well, I don't know. I've been playing with most of those guys for a long time, but there's other ones that I haven't played a lot with, that I've gone up with. Like, I've known Mike Carroll for years, but I didn't play him hardly ever, and Nicky Frangos, and Phil Lack I'd never played heads up before, but, there's a little knack to playing it. I can't give away too many secrets, but you kind of figure out their style and use it against them. The one I can't beat is Chris Ferguson. It doesn't matter what I have. If I have the best hand or not, he always wins.
Yeah, he's an amazing heads-up player. Would you say that he was your toughest opponent then?
Well, I'm just unlucky against him. I mean, I get my money in great against him, but I just, everybody has their own little Jonah. Like the first year, I thought it was going to come down to Phil and me. I really did. And then instead it was Phil and him, because we got down to the last 4, Antonio and Phil and Chris and myself, and he moved in with King Deuce. And I had ace 10 of clubs, and I called him, and he caught a deuce. That's all. I mean, that happens. You can't do much about it. But, no, I don't have anybody that I think is my hardest opponent. Last year, I'll tell you, the guy that played me the best since I've been there is Paul Wasicka. And I never held any hands against him, but he still played real well.
What do you think the biggest mistake players make when they're playing heads up?
It's the hands they call raises with.
Okay.
It's okay playing heads up to raise with a hand like ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, but it's real bad to call raises with it.
Okay, well that's definitely some good advice for some first-time players. And now there are some players who are getting their first chance, like Bill Edler and Scott Clements. Do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, play good. They're going to be up against... And who were those 2 that you say they were?
Bill Edler, Scott Clements. They both had great 2007, so...
Oh, okay. Oh, Bill Edler?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's very good.
Yeah, I like playing Billy. I mean... I happen to be the one that knocked him out up there in Cherokee, but I still think he's a great player. He's got lots of moves, so that's good in head-up.
Well, the pairing party is coming up at Pure Nightclub. What is the name that you would least like to draw for the first round?
That I'd least like to draw?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. I don't care who I draw. I'm not an underdog to anybody. I might not be a favorite, but I won't be an underdog. I'd like to draw Helmuth.
You'd like to get Bill Helmuth the first round?
Sure, why not?
Knock him out real quick?
Sure.
Great. Well, thank you so much, TJ, and good luck cashing for the 4th year in a row.
All right. Thanks a lot.
2006 World Series of Poker main event runner-up Paul Wasicka was the 2007 NBC Heads Up champion, and we have him on the phone to talk to us about how he plans to defend his title. So, you're the reigning NBC Heads Up champion. What was the best part about winning last year?
I'd say just it's the first tournament that I ever won more than a 10-person sit and go. So it was just a really good feeling to finally take one down.
Who would you say is your toughest opponent?
During that tournament, I'd say Nam Lee. I thought he was playing really well.
We asked TJ Cloutier the same thing, and he told us that you were his toughest opponent.
Oh, yeah? That's quite an honor to be called that against such a legendary player, so I'm honored.
So, as the defending champion, do you feel any extra pressure to perform well this year?
Yeah, a little bit, but, I kind of always feel a little bit of pressure just based on the results that I expect of myself, and so really more pressure from myself than from anything else. But as far as, other people's expectations and all that, like, if you're in the game of poker, you know that any match can go either way. So there's really it's not like sports where you're either, the better team and luck isn't as big a factor or not, So, we'll just try to get in good spots and see if we can come home with another one.
What was your heads-up experience before last year's event?
Literally zero. I would play a cash game every now and then, like a heads-up cash game every now and then, but never played in a heads-up tournament, and really was really excited about it because I much preferred at that point shorthanded as opposed to a full ring-handed game, and so this would just be another step forward. So I was pretty familiar with hand ranges of shorthanded, but heads up is just a lot of adjustments and stuff. I had some friends watching me in the stands, and so they kind of gave me a little, constructive criticism on how I was playing, and with their help, and also just got lucky in the right spots, and I don't know. I'm looking forward to it a lot this year. That was definitely my favorite event from last year.
And the parent parting is coming up. Of course, I have to ask, who is the player that you would least like to draw first?
That's a good question. I don't really know. Honestly, I haven't even looked at who's going to be in the tournament, but I'd say I probably would least like to go up against Ted Forrest, because he seems to be running pretty well in these things.
Yeah, he's cashed in every single one of them. Are you going to try and prepare at all for the tournament by playing heads up, maybe online? Or will you be playing the LAPC?
I'm going to be playing in the LAPC. The way I usually prepare for different tournaments is I, just play online a little bit and basically read through previous blog posts that I've written. And, basically just try to get myself in the right mindset. As far as, preparation for playing the hands, I don't really feel like I need to prepare along those lines. It's more just making sure that, my head's straight and I'm ready to go.
Okay, great. Well, good luck, and hopefully you'll get some practice playing heads up at the LAPC, right?
I hope so.
Thanks, Paul.
All right, thank you very much.
A number of players are getting their first shot at an NBC heads-up title, and one of those players is Bill Edler, who finished 5th in the 2007 Card Player of the Year race. We have him on the phone to tell us just how he feels about playing in the 2008 NBC heads-up. Hey, Bill, how's it going?
Hey, Kristy, good to hear your voice. Everything's terrific here.
Congratulations on being invited to 2008 NBC heads-up. I'm sure it was because you had such a successful 2007.
You're very kind. It was a wonderful year. I was very proud of last year and looking forward to the future.
So were you excited to receive such an exclusive invite?
It's exciting to be included in that group. There are a lot of the poker elite in the group of 64.
Now, part of your 2007 success was winning that first annual heads-up championship at Crystal Park. Who did you beat along the way to win that competition?
Oh boy, I had quite a group of players I had to go through. I had Daniel Negreanu in the first round.
Wow.
And then I had to beat Maury in the second round. Kristy Gazes in the third round. She was tough. I cracked her aces, poor thing. And then, let's see, fourth round I had Brad Booth, who of course plays very tough, especially short. And then the semifinals, I beat a guy not very well known by Jose Alvarado, but he was awful tough. He had beaten my good friend Gavin in the quarterfinals. And I beat Barry in the finals, Barry Greenstein.
Wow. What do you think made you so successful playing in that tournament?
Well, to win something like that, you got to be running good. But in addition to that, although that's probably the best answer to your question, I do love playing heads up. The shorter, the better for me. It suits my personality and my playing style.
Is your playing style more aggressive? Would you say that's the most important thing in heads up?
Well, aggression is the number one most important thing in heads up, I would say. But in addition, mixing it up, it's very important, much more important the shorter you get to play the same hand in the same situation very differently.
Do you think that win gives you confidence going into televised NBC Heads Up Championship?
Well, Kristy, you know me a little bit, and no one who knows me ever accuses me of being short of confidence. Perhaps to a fault, but of course, I look forward to it, and I come in very confident. The format is pretty fast, so it kind of has to be your day. But if it's my day, of course, I feel confident against anybody.
Now, have you watched the previous events on television?
Excuse me?
Have you watched any of the previous NBC Heads Up on TV?
Oh, yeah, Kristy, I sure have. Of course, two of my closest friends in the world are Gavin Smith and Eric Lindgren, and they are invited yearly because they are wonderful players and great personalities. So, of course, I always watch them, and after the drawing comes out on the 28th, I will watch whatever I can of my opponent to prepare for my first round match.
Now, like you said, those two are your favorite, or a couple of your favorite poker friends, and they're also playing in the tournament. Would you say that they're a couple of the players that you'd least like to draw in the first round?
That's for sure. They're the only two people that I really, really don't want to draw. Generally, it's of course fun to draw. You want to draw the weakest player. In this case, you know, there are a few celebrities in the bracket. I guess you would want to draw them. If you don't draw them, maybe you want to draw someone on the other end of the spectrum, like I did at the Heads Up that I won last year in L.A. when I got Daniel. So I guess that's what I would like, either a celebrity or an Ivy Negrano type player.
Great. Thank you so much, Bill.
It's always my pleasure, Kristy. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
And good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, TJ, Paul, and Bill for joining us today, and good luck in the 2008 NBC National Heads Up Championship. And you guys need to make sure to tune in to cardplayer.com because we will be there covering the event. I'm Kristy Arnett for Card Player TV. I'll see you at the poker tables.